What's cracking, everybody? I'm Taylor Grody. I'm the founder and CEO of Honeywave Media. We're at our studio here in Sioux City, Iowa, and we just got a new building where we're going to be moving a new studio to in the next few months. So before that happens, I figured I'd give everybody a tour of what we've built here so far and kind of give a base point for where we're going to be going. So before I talk too much, let's get into it. So we're going to start off here in the fun zone. We have our jukebox that's hooked up to Alexa. It's kind of the crown jewel of the office. We got it for super cheap because it was just a broken old jukebox, but the speakers still work. So we hooked Alexa up inside of it, and now it's all voice controlled. It's very convenient. And we got the pinball section over here. This is where we spend our time when we're not doing work. This is the lounge area for break time. We have all this mid-century modern furniture that we've gotten around Sioux City at thrift stores that all came super cheap. So it's way more impressive looking than it is expensive. And we have the record player right here. I guess this morning we were playing Chris Stapleton's new album, Starting Over. I make sure to play at least one game a day to stay sharp and, be better than everybody else in the office, assert my dominance a little bit athletically. And this brings us to the podcast area and the gear storage. The podcast area is set up. This is where I do the Sioux City show. We also produce other people's podcasts out of here. It's very convenient. We have the podcast recorder, we have the mics, and this general setup kind of always stays here. We switch it out for different podcasts that we're doing. And over here we have the gear wall where we have lights, we have different mics and different electronics down in these cases. We have mostly Pelican cases. That's the way to go. I know they cost a little bit more money than the rest of the cases, but I found that they last a lot longer over time. We have light stands, we have our boom arm, we keep our cables up here on the wall, all labeled. And these are just like pegboards and pegboard hooks. I've gone through a million different ways to store my gear, and I found that this is the best solution for easy access and good labels. Over here in this corner of the office is where we keep all the bigger gear. We got the light stand, sandbags, we have some of our bigger lights, we have all of the equipment that goes in cases. We have our 3-axis gimbal up here on the top. It's the DJI Ronin M gimbal. I'm a big fan. This is actually just an extra iMac that we have right now with a MacBook. So we can use this to kind of run through some of our bigger exports if we don't want to tie up one of our computers forever on that. And that brings us into the actual office area here. All right, now we've got our workstation setups. One thing I found over the 5 years that I've been doing video professionally is that I don't like fighting my equipment, so it's better to just get the good stuff and make your life easier. So we currently are running 2020 MacBook Pros that are spec'd out with 49-inch ultra wides. This is Kennedy's desk. She's our new assistant editor, and this is the whole setup. It's pretty clean. She likes to keep things nice over here. And this is Maddie's desk right here. She is actually the newest member of the team, and she's also working as an assistant editor / graphic designer. She's running some client accounts. She's come in, she's really tearing things up. But she's also running a MacBook Pro this is a 34-inch ultra wide. She's doing mainly graphics, so it's a little bit less necessity for the super wide 49-inch with the timeline all the way across the screen. After years of being stressed about how much footage I was storing on different hard drives, I finally bit the bullet, and I can't recommend enough that every editor who's dealing with more than 10 terabytes should just get himself or herself a NAS to keep all of the footage on. This is a Synology 5-bay NAS system. We have it networked into all of the computers in the office to make sure that we can all share projects, share files, everything's instantly accessible, and it's also accessible wirelessly in the office, so that's super nice. And last but not least is my desk. It's the messiest in the office. I cleaned it up just for this video, and it's still the messiest in the office. And I have, again, a 2020 MacBook Pro with a 49-inch ultra-wide. I have a mechanical keyboard, so everybody can complain about how loud my typing is at all times. And then we also have I guess a Canon Pixma Pro 100 printer, so we can print bigger prints. It's 13 by 19 is the maximum size. And this Canon, what is it, a 9000F Mark II scanner that scans at a little bit higher resolution. We can do film scans right here in the office and make sure that everything's crispy that way. And the last piece of our tour is what is arguably the most impressive fun station, I guess, we have in the office. This is the pool table that we got from a secondhand store who was trying to get rid of it. So we got it for insanely cheap, but it's a 1908 Brunswick pool table. It's 9.5 feet long. So it's a little bit tougher than most to look impressive because bar pool tables are about a foot shorter. So let's see how this break goes. That was close. It about went right into the man.